fighting games are just as equally about offense as they are defense, and MKX is no exception. It's essential that you know what the definition of each kind of attack in the game means and how to work around it. In this lesson, we're going to be taking you through these various ways to deal damage, teach you about fuzzy guarding, and help you understand your offense and how to open up a defensive opponent. Highs are attacks that hit at a tall angle and are usually great for anti-airing opponents. Sometimes they start up faster than other forms of standing normals, which makes them your typical go-to options when punishing an opponent's mistake. But don't forget, highs can be neutral crouched, which is dangerous as one good read can lead to you being full combo punished. You are still safe, however, to go for a high attack off a jumping punch as they are forced into blocking it. Try to only go for highs if you're trying to poke at your opponent with their range, anti-airing, or punishing your opponent. In other situations, you're far better opting for your character's mid attacks. Mids are normals that will hit an opponent who is crouching, but can be blocked both standing and ducking. The fact they cannot be crouched makes them dangerous normals to go for in the neutral situation, as they have to be respected so long as you are in range of your opponent for them to connect. If your mid attack alone is negative on block, don't fear. See if any of your special moves are better on block, or use your enhanced specials. As explained in an earlier episode, using your mid attack to get your opponent blocking, and then cancelling them into a special is an effective way to force your opponent to defend themselves. Once you've made your opponent block, it's time to start throwing in some deadly mix-ups. Let's learn about overheads and lows. Overheads are attacks that cannot be neutral crouched and must be blocked standing. Lows are attacks that must be blocked crouching. This makes for some effective offensive potential should your character have these options. A large amount of overheads or lows are single hitting attacks, or are quite frequently in the middle of strings. Even some special moves can hit as overhead or low. Overheads and lows have varying levels of effectiveness depending on how fast they come out, so let's look at a technique to blocking these mix-ups. Fuzzy guarding is a technique used to prepare yourself to block all forms of attack at the same time. Many overhead or low attacks in the game start up in drastically different frames. For example, Scorpion's low back 3 starts up in 11 frames, making it a very fast attack. However, his overhead forward 4, another combo starter, comes out in 25 frames, giving you plenty of time to react to it. So you'll fuzzy guard this mix-up by blocking low first, as the low cannot be reacted to, and then standing up on reaction to Scorpion doing his forward 4, blocking both attacks safely. Take this idea and apply it to as many of these mix-ups as you can. It might seem daunting to remember these at first, but it's worth it in the long run and will get easier with practice. As you may have guessed from the name, unblockables are attacks that cannot be blocked under any circumstances. However, they are generally quite slow to start up and can be reacted to with certain attacks and punished cleanly. Universally, throws are completely unblockable. However, they are also highs and can be neutral crouched, as well as teched by pressing 1 or 3 to tech a backwards throw and 2 or 4 to tech a front throw. Throws become a dangerous option when your opponent is low on health or has been conditioned to block due to your earlier enforcing of mids or use of plus frames. The only exception to throws being able to be teched are command throws. These are special moves that belong to some members of the cast. Typically they have longer range than normal throws, but also cannot be teched. Escape command grabs by jumping on prediction or using armor. These types of attack are not exclusive to normals. Every single attack in the game has some kind of hit direction. There are projectiles that hit high, mid, and low. There are X-rays that hit overhead, even some that are unblockable. Take the time in to learn these attacks, as it will be the difference between life and death. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the Mortal Kombat X Pro League presented by ESL.